All right, welcome back to the Sooner Surge. And before we get started with this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join the Sooner Surge, be a part of what's happening. A lot of content coming your way. Trying to provide you as many updates as possible. That's what we're trying to do for the Sooner fans. So please click subscribe, turn on notifications so you do not miss anything. And just got the news, guys. We had to just send an update out. Just got the news, saw it on Twitter. Obviously, BV meeting with the media tonight after practice, and Andrel Anthony, unfortunately, guys, season-ending surgery is what Brent Venables said tonight. What a blow to this team and to the wide receiver core, and for him. And the first thing I want to say is just the guy's been an unbelievable stud this year, been a great player, and I hate to see this for him. Uh, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. I think OU has guys that can step in and play good, but it's just very unfortunate for Andrel Anthony, and that he's going to be out for the year. So,
Yeah, I know the reports on Saturday, guys, was he was pretty emotional after that moment. So you hate to think the worst, but that is definitely kind of what was going through my mind. Just you see that a lot with players' emotions, kind of maybe been told or just have that feeling that it's not a good situation. But yeah, just kudos to Andrel Anthony, and prayers go out to him as he has surgery and recovers and rehabs. And I'm sure it's not the last we'll see of him.
oh, he'll be back.
He's going to be back and strong again. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, he had a. I mean, he was amazing this year. Let's put it that way: 27 receptions, 429 yards, one touchdown.
He was
He
on
was
his
averaging.
he was on his way to
Yeah,
1,000 yards season.
he was, and he had the game against Cincinnati, 117 yards. The game against Tulsa, 112 yards. He was elite at stretching the field, and he had this season. He had more receiving yards and receptions than he'd had in his career before. I think we were all realizing, Andrel Anthony is a star. He really is. Hate to see it for him. Again, prayers out to him, for best recovery. He'll be back next year. He's a junior. So he'll definitely be back making an impact next year. But it just sucks to see that happen, when he's having such a great year, especially. Sucks.
Yeah, it really does. And Brent Venables also was asked about a few other guys, and he said Gentry was doing good. He's good, which we kind of figured. McKade is the other one we were really talking about that may be out for a while. But Brent Venables did say tonight, I think the quote was he'll be back sooner rather than later. That's not
Yeah.
really a time frame, but that does to me bode positive vibes for that situation.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah. It
high,
sounds like
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, sounds like he got lucky with his injury. And I guess he had hurt that leg before, which was a reason for a lot of the concern that there was there. But yeah, he'll probably miss, multiple games.
In a year that we've seen already some injuries, it's a very good thing that they've got some competitive depth at areas this year, because you can't really ever afford injuries. Injuries are never a good thing, but OU does have some guys that can step in, and now it's their turn. And one position that you look at is that receiver position. Emmett Jones has done a great job there, coaching guys up, getting them ready. Now you talk about stretching the field, Brody, and Andrel Anthony is definitely a field stretcher. But one thing I think that's underappreciated with Andrel Anthony has been his possession receptions.
Yeah.
He's done a great job at 7-yard outs. He made a great play the other day
Yeah.
on on a kind of not a great throw, and was able to hold on to that ball. But OU's got guys who can stretch the field, and Brennan Thompson, Pettaway, and the question is, can they make those other plays? And that's going to be, I think Pettaway is going to get an opportunity. Of course, Brennan Thompson, we know, has already stretched the field a couple of times. Nick Anderson's the guy, I would think, but he may not be as much of a field stretcher as Anthony was.
Yeah, to me, I think where this is really could be a bigger impact is with Dylan Gabriel. He he kind of had that really good relationship with Anthony. I'm not saying he does with other guys. I'm not saying that at all, but he had a really good relationship with Anthony. They seemed to always be on the same page. Kind of sometimes was his go-to guy, you could say, right? So it's just going to be. Here's the thing: the bye week. We talked about this the other day. This bye week comes at a great time for OU. I mean, it really does.
Yeah, even when you have a situation like this where you're without, Andrel Anthony, we all know that, guys are going to have to step up, whether you're going to have to really implement Jaquez Pettaway into this offense, or, you're going to have to, Brennan Thompson's going to have to see, an increased role, or obviously Nick Anderson's, he's going to see a lot more snaps.
Gibson.
You're getting 2 weeks now, and Jaden Gibson, yes, you're getting 2 weeks now to get those guys more involved and get them used to it. But it really does suck for Andrel. He was having I did not. There was no way coming into this season that I would have guessed he would have been that good.
Not just that. It was kind of late. All during camp. I mean, you started hearing him more and more, but it wasn't like just right when he burst onto the scene as soon as he got on campus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very just. I mean, it's kind of a gut punch tonight on a Monday, to be honest with you. And I think a lot of people kind of maybe thought this is what would happen, but we had that. I kind of had this glimmer of hope. Maybe it wasn't as bad as we thought, but obviously, you got to have the surgery. You got to get better before next year. So if it's something you can't come back from this year, you got to have the surgery. And he's having season-ending surgery. McKade will be back sooner rather than later, so that's a good sign. So I think that's pretty much the main two that really got banged up this last Saturday. We had some minor bang ups, but nothing like those two. So it looks like McKade will be back sooner than later. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing because you really don't want to not you don't want to be without him for the rest of the season. Then you're really in a hole at right guard. So they're going to have to figure something out there at that position, whether that's Caleb Schaefer or whether, Troy Everett or Savion Byrd. I don't know, but at least they have 2 weeks to get that figured out. It is good to hear for sure. I mean, I think we all kind of knew that Gentry was nothing, nothing too serious. Yeah. And then, Marcus Major got banged up. Billy Bowman got banged up. There's some others that got banged up as well. Just good to hear that nothing serious there as well.
Yeah, and the whole offensive line thing with who's going to plug into that spot. Look, a high ankle sprain is still. I mean, sooner rather than it is a good thing, but you also got. I mean, what 280, whatever the weight is on that ankle. So it's not like he's just going to be back in a week or two. I expect it to still be, 4 to 5 weeks. That's my expectations. I don't know. I don't have a number. No one's said that, but I think this is an opportunity for Beat and Bo to build some depth in that area before the latter part of the season for sure, guys.
Yeah. We'll see where they go with that. We'll see how long he's out. I mean, I'm not comparing the injury at all, but McCullough kind of had a sprain earlier in the year, was out, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, something like that. But it's different. It's a little different, but we'll see. But, yeah, so there you have it. Brent Venables tonight, media day or media availability tonight after practice, saying that Andrel Anthony is going to have season-ending surgery. He's done for the year. McKade will be back sooner rather than later. That's the updates we have tonight for you. Wanted to get that out there as quick as we could for y'all that don't have Twitter or don't follow that. Just wanted y'all to be able to have it. So appreciate you guys subscribing as always. If you aren't subscribed, click the subscribe button. You're going to want to be subscribed to the stuff we'll be putting out. Keeping you updated on everything Sooners, all sports related. We got a lot of stuff coming. Basketball preview for the year coming up by Brody. Really excited for that season. We got softball live tonight. 9 o'clock, you'll want to hop on. I'm telling you, you'll want to hop on. Some great stuff to talk about. So join up, Sooner Surge, guys. Till next time, Boomer.
Boomer.